Delegation is an important skill every manager will need to successfully help their team accomplish the team's goals. Delegation allows you, as the manager, to make the best use of your and your team's time and skills. Delegation also requires understanding two concepts: responsibility and accountability. When you delegate or assign a job or task to someone on your team, it does not become their task alone. You still have the responsibility to oversee the task and make sure the job gets done. It is also your responsibility to hold the employee accountable for the work, as you will also be held accountable to upper management and the organization. Hi, I'm Dee, and today we're going to cover what you need to know as a manager about delegation. But first, let's get your thoughts about delegation. Look at your worksheet, delegation, when and how, and try to answer yes or no as I ask each of these questions. Ready? Question 1. If you have time to do a task but want to provide someone with a stretch opportunity, is this a time to delegate? Question 2. If it's a task that's recurring, should you delegate it to someone else? Question 3. If there is a task that has a tight deadline and you're concerned about the quality of the outcome, should you delegate it? The answer to all of the questions above can be yes, no, or it depends on the situation. For instance, when evaluating your answer to question 3, you need to ask yourself if you have time available to train someone to do the job. Do you have time for progress updates? And if necessary, do you have time for rework? The questions we asked are situations that cover when you should delegate. You can see that it's not a black or white situation or decision. It depends on many factors like the availability and capabilities of staff, the expected results, deadlines, and can the task be used as a stretch or learning opportunity? Now let's see what you think about what can be delegated. Let's go over a few situations, and we want you to decide yes or no if you think the task can be delegated. Are you ready? First, writing departmental goals. Should this be delegated? The answer is no. Although your direct reports should have input, which is critical for them to be committed to reaching the departmental goal, as the manager, it is your responsibility to make sure they are written down. Policies and procedures should be written down by leadership, even though creating them should be a team effort. What about time-consuming tasks that are not in your skill set, like creating a PowerPoint? Yes, these tasks can be delegated. A function of delegation is to free up your time from tasks that could be easily completed by others. Next, what about handling conflicts between employees? The answer to this one is no. As a manager, this is a task you should handle. It's not a task to delegate because your role as manager is to also manage relationships within the team. What about conducting research or even analysis? The answer is yes. When you need to gather information, enlist others to help with the legwork so that you can free yourself up for higher level responsibilities. Okay, the last one. What about creative tasks? What if you're charged with coming up with ideas for company swag? The answer is yes, you should get input, but no, you shouldn't totally delegate this task. What do I mean by that? You should allow your employees time to be innovative and express creativity. Every new idea or creative thought should not come from the top down. Letting your employees be involved in creative projects helps create employee empowerment and buy-in. You might even let someone help lead this creative task. But since it's such high stakes, you'll want to set up a process for checking in and being able to keep a pulse on the progress. Here's where it's a fine line between empowering your staff to make decisions and micromanaging. You empower your staff to take that lead, but ask for updates and take opportunities to give input. Let me paint a mental picture. Sometimes we want to do it all and take on everything ourselves, but managing effectively is about empowering your team to take ownership of the work and support them as they complete their smaller pieces of a larger puzzle. As a manager, you have to learn to let go. Sometimes you might not feel confident that your staff have the skills to work effectively. So, if you have a problem with letting go, think about the puzzle and that you don't hold all the pieces that you need and you need others' help. Let's think about your department as one big puzzle that has many smaller moving pieces. Ultimately, as the manager, you're responsible, right? Let's throw in that for the puzzle to be completed, there are a set of skills needed, and you might even have the highest level of proficiency of those skills, but others have the skills, time, and desire.